All of you are ready to hear my stream today. It's quite controversial. Have you guys seen the movie One Battle After Another? Well, it matches perfectly what's happening in New York City right now. And what is happening in New York City that most people don't realize is happening? You have a form of evolution happening here. You got
Right, says an ABS, but will happen relatively soon.
and
Voice news disconnected.
they're turning radical. The fangs and claws are starting to come out. Hold on. I can't chew and talk at the same time. Over the last 3 years, I've identified a pattern of retail misconduct across the five boroughs. They're costing us a lot of money. They're costing individual people a lot of money. And the threats at Gracie's house at the mayor with IEDs, bomb being found at 80th and 81st Street bind everything together. The picture is seen. I got the picture. I don't want to talk too loud because it might offend some people. There's a large majority of African American retail employees. They are the front desk. They are the forward facing food distributors across the entirety of the five boroughs. 100,000 Caucasian people have already left the city because they can't afford being here. They are well under the $500, $600 threshold monthly. If you observed on the one battle or one war after the other, it's an ISIS wet dream. It's an American wet dream. There's a lot of interracial stuff happening in that movie. There's a lot of black and white planting bombs, right? There's black people planting bombs in certain buildings. Leo DiCaprio's in that movie. And it mirrors to the dime the environment in the city. This is what they want to do, right? The movie was produced by someone that identifies with the culture. And that's it. That's what's happening. ISIS is coming out of these people. And we seen this coming. How did I see this coming? Oh, you got family members that turned to Muslim religion a few years back. I wouldn't say 20 years. I would say about 15 years ago. You know, 15 when I was 25. They're already, Puerto Rico had Al Qaeda already, right? And people started closely mimicking African American communities, which since way back, since Muhammad Ali, have gone from being Christian to being Muslim as the solution. But now, where we are, they are becoming weaponized. They are becoming weaponized, just to call them out the way I'm calling them out right now on video, to say that they are responsible for the majority of the food distribution in the city. They got most of the retail jobs, and survival here, one meal a day is $600 a month. That says a lot about who they are. When I got here, they were feral. When I got here, they see me white. I was beautiful. I wasn't abused. My teeth was not crooked with the gap in the middle. They didn't beat me. The first thing that they said when I went to buy food is, "Oh, you got to charge him more. That's too cheap. You got to charge him more." For black people saying, "Oh, that's $20." All of them are majority Muslim. So what do you think that is? What am I painting, right? Picasso, what am I painting as a picture? You got ISIS coming out the woodwork, out the gutter in New York City right now with the Muslim elected mayor. You see? So it's all a plan. It's all a Muslim plan. So it's all jihad. What's trying to make poor the citizens of New York City. And to see that, to have to have these optics, you have to understand the culture. You have to reflect what I'm reflecting. These people are going to refute it. These people are going to deny it. These people they know they're responsible. We're talking about 500, 600x on food prices. We're talking about when I got here, a McDouble was $2.35. Right now it's five. And that's McDonald's. You see? Most recently here in Battery Park, I saw a lot of women crying. Women don't cry for very dumb reasons. Women don't cry because they broke their favorite silverware or because they need a brand new phone, or they cry because they're lacking a boyfriend. Yeah, they're having relationship problems. And what is the primary factor behind relationship problems and women? Money. See? Money. So women are crying because people are breaking up. They can't pay rent. They can't be together. They can't go out on Friday afternoon. They can't go get what they want because they don't have money. They were waiting last night for me to eat. They knew I was getting beer. They waited for me to get beer at 9 o'clock, and they waited for me to order my food. And I saluted the guy that came in the rain to get me my Chipotle. They were looking. They were eyes open if I got something to eat. Watching. Why are they watching what I'm eating? Because they're starving. Because because New York City's a little bit too focused now on who's a little bit better than them. You see, before you could be dying on the sidewalk, New York wouldn't care who you are. Now, everyone's looking at someone else's plate. If I buy a cheese pizza for myself and eat it within 8 minutes, and a crowd of people just went by, right? A group, all of them turned next, not to look at me, but to look at the pizza. And that's a psychological, you know, that's a psychological response to pizza. Before, they wouldn't take those 2 seconds to look at the pizza. Before, they wouldn't even know you were there. They would just go straight home. But now, they're looking, this guy pounding his Budweiser with a full cheese pie next to him, and their bellies are rumbling. And why is it? ISIS. In the end, ISIS. The one looking to make you poor, Muslim. You know? And since 9/11, the Ox, all the Akis, all the grocery stores, that's all Muslim, right? Black, Muslim. Akis, Muslim. The ones trying to make you poor in the city are majority Muslim. And that's the revolution. That's their goal. They want you to go because you're Christian, because you're white. They hate you. If you have a sandwich that's worth $10, they yell at you. Oh, that should be $20. Oh, he don't deserve to eat. Oh, this and that. And they're radical, you see? And if you look at the movie, if you take time to watch the movie, in the movie, they're absolutely what they want to do. Blow up buildings, uh, threaten politicians, have leverage power, right? They're going to name themselves in specific cliques, the French 23, right? And it's all interracial. It's all black and white. It's all black and white. Black and white people kissing each other in the lips and going out there and being a DHS problem. In the movie, they went to an ISIS concentration camp, right? A deportation camp, and put them in a truck, in a semi truck, to hide them, right? They open the gates with guns. They killed people. They robbed banks, fraud, scheming. They did what they had to do. IEDs. We're talking about real IEDs. And it's the same. It's the wet dream. It's what's happening right now to the street culture. It's what these people are now. This is what the youth of America is into. Anti-ICE, ISIS together, right? And there you have it. So if you're broke, blame ISIS. If you're in New York City right now and you're listening to me, and when you want to think, you want to reflect a little bit, yeah, the majority Muslim. All those black people in those retail stores are majority Muslim. You know, all the bodegas, the Akis, you want to get a chopped cheese, they're majority Muslim. And they're making you poor because that's the revolution. And they're starting to blow up shit. I wonder how far they're going to go. I know they're going to go deeper in overpricing more food. They're going to continue looking to make people poor. You know, they're going to continue escalating. That's the revolution. To them, taking all your money is a victory. And once they realize that they can't win, if you don't stop them, if you don't change yourself and be richer than them, right? If police isn't willing, right? If a police officer is not willing to tackle someone with a bomb on them, you're going to get the movie. Leo DiCaprio and that producer on that movie I said it last night. That shit is ISIS. This is America's wet dream right now. Releasing um, Mexican deportation camps, releasing immigrants from immigrant deportation camps, right? Blow up buildings. This is Mandani. This is what New York is all about right now. And it's all to take your money because in their mind, they think they're this supreme and this powerful. And no, the difference between me and you is that you eat dates with honey and I like burgers and cheeseburger and the American way of life. And they're looking to take the American way of life from you. You know, you think they eat burgers? Have you seen a black man eat a fucking double quarter pounder with cheese in the city? They don't buy that shit. They go home, and they probably have a feast when they go home. Right now, they feasting. We're having one meal a day, and they probably got mac and cheese, collard green, ribs, beef. They probably got the fixings, fucking catering plates up in that counter. They're not starving. They have access to the food. You see what I mean? They got access to the food. And you got white America in this fucking city spending $2,000 a month or more on rent, and they're watching what the bum is going to eat today. Why? Because I'm a little bit militant, you know? I'm the resistance. They want to be the French 23. They want to be ISIS. They want to be whatever the fuck they are against us looking to deprive us of money. You got this guy right here. And when it pops, I want to see ISIS face to face. And they know I'm going to be lethal with this motherfucker. I'm already scaring them away. You see, I'm already putting that fear on them. I'm turning malicious. It's a motherfucker thing now. You see, they know. They know that I know. You know, they know. I'm winning battles here. And all it takes is body language. And that's what white America needs to do in the city. They got to show them that we can fight back, that we're not sheep, that all it takes for them to run and get out that fucking subway train or stop what they're doing and run the other way is mince words. It's, I'm going to bake your bread and look at your fucking hands. If I fucking grab that fucking hand, it will break. Look at you fucking skinny motherfucker and watch them run. They all on drugs. They all Muslim. And this is what I got for them. Wow. This, you know, my fingers intermix with their fingers in a way it generates pain. They run. Because I've turned that malicious thing that was inside of me. These people turned it on. You want to take my money. You want to overprice my food. You want to take items off the shelf that I need, that I want to spend to save money. You're forcing me to go upwards of $700. And now you're my target. Now, whenever you feel, right? Now when these people feel that they're powerful, right? That they want to sit and stare you down because you're eating, right? They want to have these open eyes, and they want to aim their dick and waist towards your direction and glance and look and think they're this bad. All you got to do to defeat them is show that you're listening, show that you're watching, that you know you're being watched, and they drop it because they pussy. They're not about that. You see? If they were big, they're not gonna. I'm not gonna be a threat to them. But the ones that want to be militant, the ones that want to be about that shit, the ones that see you as a target, that be taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 second looks, all it takes for them to quit, to run, is for you to turn your waist and have the stare, have the 100-yard stare at them. Say, I know. What are you looking for? Just it's visual. To become truly Machiavellian and defend yourself against ISIS, you got to put that threat on. You got to have that shield. You got to understand you can't be a sheep. Can't be a sheep. You got to force them to look away because you're going to be a target. I'm a target for material things because I eat food, because I'm drink, because I'm white, because I'm pretty on my left side of my face, because I got straight blonde hair. I'm a threat. They abused me for being too beautiful in the city. And who abused me? ISIS. Yeah, ISIS. Muslim. Yeah, Muslim was so angry, a beauty, white person. You know? You understand what I'm saying? You gotta, they gotta realize that they could be touched. And you're white, and we could touch them. And that switches off their safety on their brains. Like, oh shit, this guy got hands. This guy knows that I'm posing as a threat, that I'm trying to intimidate him, or I don't like him. Let me get out of here before something pops off. And I'm winning. I'm winning these battles. And all it takes is a 100-yard stare. All it takes is body language. And once you start becoming Machiavellian in the city, that's what you need to do. Because if you're white, you're going to be a target. If you're beautiful, you're going to be a target. If you're not Muslim and your bitch is not eating dates, and your white bitch is not eating dates and honey and doing all that Muslim shit and wants to fuck a black man, you're going to have a problem. That's all they want here. They laugh. When you're talking to a girlfriend, they think, oh, she's one of us. That's how deep in their head they are fucking jihad. They think that all these women in the city belong to them. You see me talking to women, they start laughing, ha 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 ha, because to them they have concubines everywhere. They think they could stick their fucking meat inside every one of them. That's their religion. They could have 16 of them. They think they all belong to them. But that's a warning. All you need to do is turn Machiavellian. Real Machiavellian, not bullshit Machiavellian. We're talking about identify the motherfucking threat, look at that motherfucker in the eyes, and make him turn the switch off. Right? Like make him turn omega, beta, quickly. It takes seconds. You have to identify the threat in your daily life every day. It could be in a park, it could be in a train, it could be from a distance, it could be from up close. You have to let them know that we're here. You cannot in essence just be like sheep and live your life, right? You cannot live. Let's say I'm sitting here and I got $30 worth of food, right? I got $30 worth of food at Whole Foods, and I'm in the cafeteria. You can't sit there and have a vacuum with, right, have a bubble around you as you're eating food. You can't do that because they're gonna be there. That's New York now. They're gonna be there and they're gonna be watching, and they're gonna have real malicious intentions. They're not thinking, oh, that he's eating food. I'm looking at his food. No, they have hate in their blood. They have hatred in their blood. They Muslim and they ISIS. They radical Muslim. They're not Muslim. Black people in this city are not just Muslim. They are radicals. You're going to be eating with your $30 meal. You have to be aware of 360 who's having second thoughts about you being there. Once you identify the threat, you stop, you drop the fork, turn your waist, and you identify the threat, knife hand, just straight to them, and make them turn off to see if they're going to take it serious, to see if they still think they alpha. The majority, out. Once they spot having this hatred for you in public, they turn off like that. They pussy. They not about this. I know they not about this. Real pain. I've had police tell me try not to hurt them personally because they know what happened on the train. They tried pickpocketing me, and I almost broke someone's hand. And I took a second to almost break someone's hand. A second. It took a second of me asleep to take the threat off my body, to take someone's hands off my body and leave them on their knees. That's it. It's simple. It's just, and they're like, oh, fuck, out the train. Told me, yeah, don't try to hurt them because they know I'm turning malicious. And this is a result of my environment. It's called toughening up the skin. You know, I've lived my life as a surfer. I lived my life in my house. And now is the time to become Machiavellians. Because if you don't become Machiavellians in this city, these people will hurt you. They already hurt me for being sheep, for just minding my business when I was my most beautiful, when my teeth were straight, when my hair was not nappy and nice and soft. All the things that they did to assimilate me to something that they want to look at. I was too pretty. My teeth were straight. They say it all the time. Oh, he's too pretty. Yeah, they black, Muslim, and a radical. A radical Muslim. They're not. They're the same people that is looking to take everyone's fucking money in the city. Same people that got people crying, their bank accounts being drained of basic, bare minimum survival. And that's how I'm going to leave it today. That's where I'm going to leave it today. This is where the stream ends. It's already 8 o'clock. Food supply being ran by ISIS. That's their chip, their bargaining chip. In a war, when you're looking to starve the population, when you're looking to deprive their money, they're looking for something major. They're looking for power over people. They want unity and absolute power. This is Dr. Roman Bonilla. I am their resistance. They are ISIS. They are whatever the fuck they are. I am their resistance. I am against everything they stand for, religiously, physically, biologically, mentally, culture-wise. I am against everything they stand for. Because what they stand for is against the American way of life. It's against American prosperity. It's against American happiness. It's against America the Beautiful. Using food as a bargaining chip to try to exhaust everyone money and make them leave the city so that they could have more power, a cheaper apartment, so that they could squat in whichever apartment of the people that left, so that they have more numbers. Some of us are not leaving. Some of us are stronger than that. Some of us are lethal. They don't know that. You know, they don't know that. And this is not in the metaphysical sense. This is real. They could bleed for shit out here for being radical Muslim, for being against America. They think they got great numbers. And I've already explained the flow chart of events in public. Very simple. Trayvon Martin, day 1. BLM, stage 2. Stage 3, police brutality. Stage 4, racial dynamics and identity politics on national television 24/7. OPSEC, looking to get people to show solidarity for them. Subsequent, stage 5, decriminalizing many crimes, in which they were undoubtedly 80% of them in prison. Decriminalize them. And now, absolute power. Absolute power. They use now they're using food as the bargaining chip for power. That's all that it is. Let's start it over again. Trayvon Martin, BLM, police brutality, identity politics, decriminalization of their crimes, so not stick them in jail, being 80% of the prison populated, right? The prison's population, or for violent and non-violent crimes. 6, what they're doing right now. Food as a bargaining chip, unity and absolute power. They're against Americans. People of color are against Americans, are against, especially in sanctuary cities. Yeah, they got codes. They got codes. They have an MO. And it's all tied to the movie. The movie's their wet dream. Explosions, bombs, IEDs, American jihad. Black and white. But in reality, it's unity, black unity, and absolute power. Dr. Roman Bonilla. I am Darissa Estans. Hope you have a good day and stay aware. Keep your eyes open at all times if you're in this city. This is not a game. My own brother is fucking ISIS. And if my own brother is ISIS, had the flag, seen the flag in my backyard, the green one, the ISIS one, imagine how deep ingrained in every level of New York City society they are right now. If they're in Pennsylvania and they're radicalizing random people like that, lost souls, right? That don't care about Jesus Christ. They're in my house right now. The mother that does not want to talk to me, likely because I'm white and Christian and everything good happens to me. Imagine the numbers of these people in the city, undercovers. The slow radicalization of New York City as a sanctuary city. It's happening through food as a bargaining chip. They're looking to take everyone's money here. Their last cent to make them leave. All for unity and absolute power. Hope y'all have a good day. Gotta go. Gotta trade the stock market now. Peace. Peace and love. Stand up. The solution to this, Machiavellian. You cannot be a sheep. You cannot be closing your ears when people talk to you about shit. But that's what identity politics did to continental US. Continental US, it's like, I don't want to hear nothing about that. They don't care. They don't care. And they're going to run out of money. Their relatives, their sons and daughters, their families going to run out of money in cities like this. They're not going to be able to be here for longer if they can't assimilate to the environment. It's like being in a barren, it's like being in the Amazon. You got no food. What are you going to eat? Fruits? You got to find the fruits. How are you going to make fire? I don't know. You got to rub 2 sticks together, find a breadfruit, put it in the coals, eat some breadfruit. You got to survive. And how do you survive? Attacking low-priced items, attacking staples like beer and the latter. You can't build an open flame out here. So if you're on the street, it's even worse. Have a good day. Don't forget, this is 20 years coming. This is 15 years coming. 15 years to up to this point. Peace. 15. And this is where we are now. Don't fucking quit. That is all that it takes. Pressure. They're mostly betas, military-age men. Up here, weak, like a dry stick. Gotta do is show force, identify the threat, hips towards target, 100-yard stare. Make them rethink their aggression, because hate is silent. Hate is not verbal. It's not threatening. Hate is from a distance. You could tell it by the shape of their face when someone hates you on sight. That's all that it takes. All that it takes is identifying the threat in public. You cannot live in a bubble or be a sheeple. Look at them and make them snap out of it. I'm winning. I got belts of betas around my waist out here. They're walking out. And if you gotta physically faint, you gotta do it. It's the only way. You cannot just sit there and watch as your bank account is drained away by a generation or a community of people that is inherently radical underneath the surface. Peace. Now I gotta go, for real.